Good evening, everyone. Welcome to LJ Spurs chat. Sorry for the delay. I think he's back down. He's put the background there as Muppets. I don't know if he's having a go at me or he's having a go at Tottenham. I do not know, but I am technically challenged, aka thick. We've got the full team on today. Welcome, Simon. Welcome, Danny. Welcome, Big John. Salam.
Good evening.
How are we all? It's been a while since we all had us on here.
Good.
How you doing, Simon?
It's 2 weeks.
Simon, you look different, Simon.
He looks a lot different from what he did on that Facebook.
Where's your hair gone?
Had to get it gone.
How you doing, John?
Sweet as an upload.
Oh, hello, Harry boy. Whoop, whoop. Right, God. Right, let's crack on. Hello to everyone. I just want to say a quick shout to the sponsors and also a big shout to people on TikTok who give us over 1,000 views the other day, and YouTube is slowly growing with 224 views or something the other day. John, what were you looking at?
Yeah.
So let's keep this channel growing. So please like and subscribe, everyone, because we're getting there. Right, I was going to save this one till last, but I thought while we're all fresh, I don't know if any of you lot have seen this yet. Tottenham's 2024 financial results. How is Daniel Levy doing? They've just released their financial results for 2024. Revenue slightly dropped to 528 million, down 4%, mainly due to no European football and fewer home matches last season. The club's operating profit rose slightly to 145 million and losses after tax reduced significantly to 26 million from 87 million. Commercial income hit a new high at 255 million, proving that off-pitch investments, especially in the stadium and sponsorships, are working. However, debt has grown to 772 million. Thankfully, it's mostly structured with fixed rates and long-term repayments, meaning it's manageable. The major criticism from Spurs fans is that Daniel Levy's spending isn't being matched by quality decision-making. The money spent hasn't translated into success on the pitch. Right, so I'll fast forward a bit here. And this is Daniel Levy's statement, what he brought out yesterday as a comment now. We currently find ourselves in 14th position in the Premier League, navigating what has been a highly challenging season on the pitch. We are, however, in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. Winning this competition would see welcome silverware and mean qualification for the UEFA Champions League. We must do everything we can to support the team in these final key stages. Since opening our new stadium in April 2019, we have invested over 700 million net in player acquisitions, trying to defend himself there. Recruitment remains a key focus, and we must ensure that we make smart purchases within our financial means. We think we all know what that means. I often read calls for us to spend more, given that we are ranked as the 9th richest club in the world. However, a close examination of today's financial figures reveals that such spending must be sustainable in the long term and within our operating revenues. Our capacity to generate recurring revenues determines our spending power. We cannot spend what we do not have, and we will not compromise the financial stability of this club. Indeed, our off-pitch revenues have significantly supplemented the lower football revenues this year, testament to our diversified income strategy. Finally, I want to thank everyone who supports us through good times and bad. We are resilient and passionate about our club. We shall aim to finish this season as strongly as we can and continue to build for success on the pitch. Sorry that was a bit long-winded, but there's a lot of people that might want to see this or later on would want to hear that. Simon, we'll bring you in first. Is he just covering the cracks with that statement? Is it typical Daniel Levy?
I mean, look, he's talking about the 700 mil net spend, and you think that probably puts us quite high up in the rank of who spent what. But obviously, we're not spending it wisely.
That's it, yeah. That's what I say, yeah. Because that's what he's saying, it's £700 million net spend. But it is exactly what you said, how they spend it, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you can understand where Levy's at. He's got the club into a stable position. Yeah. As fans, we're always going to want more. We're always going to want that next big transfer at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? He's never going to pay over the odds for wages. doesn't believe in it. So why would he start doing it now? I think what we need to face fact is that while Levy is here, we will have a very good run club. However, we're going to have to, whichever manager comes in, if Ange goes in the summer, whenever he goes, it's going to have to be managed, and the players are going to have to be managed who they want to bring in. I think what he's trying to say is if you want a better player, you're going to have to get rid of some players to free up some funds and free up some funds for I just don't think that Tottenham are ever going to be that club that's going to be constantly in the top four until Levy goes.
Yeah,
but
I
then
agree.
do we want the club to go up and down with its revenue? Do we want it to get in the shit? No, don't.
Yeah. Johnny, what do you reckon to what Levy said?
All I'm hearing is echoes, look.
Yeah, Harry just said that Simon and Danny have massive echoes, but I don't. They're not echoing.
I can hear an echo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm just going to repeat what Simon and Dan said. And plus add, Levy's a bastard.
Bastard. But I think we're all in agreement, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we are. But I mean, what you're trying to say is that would you rather have somebody come in that are absolutely minted, that are going to technical issues, do have technical issues. That's why we're a little bit late down online. What is that? That's the cake. That's all right. Sorry about that. Long-haired generals come to interrupt.
Shalom.
I just think that if new investors come, yes, they're going to throw loads of money. We would like that. They would do that and start paying 200 plus for their wages. But that can't be sustained all of the time, can it? You can't keep going on and on and on and on and paying all of this money. You want the club to be structurally and financially in a good position.
So
The balance is trying to find that.
Sorry, a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember I said it would? I wouldn't mind if the new people took over and kept Levy on, but only in a business thing, so we could keep the club stable. Someone else can have control of the football. Side of things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'd like. What do you reckon,
you can't doubt what he's done with the stadium. We've said this before.
No. Are you a Levy fan, Johnny? Johnny there? Are you asleep, John?
No, I'm still here, Lou. I'm just trying to. I'm having flashbacks with these echoes, bro.
Is everyone hearing echoes?
Yeah.
I'm hearing echoes from us three, but not you.
That's weird.
Strange, isn't it?
I don't know what that is. A lot of difficulties and technical issues going on. Are you a Levy fan, Johnny?
No, not really.
No.
He's a horrible football man, isn't he? But he's a good financer for whatever he does.
Let's just have a look. Let's try and back on here then. Right. Ange Postecoglou has admitted that he feels he has lost a large portion of the Tottenham Hotspurs' belief in him as manager. He says, "I've always said that I hate telling people how they should feel. There's no doubt that a large portion of Tottenham fans have lost belief in what we're doing. I think they were encouraged by what they saw last year for sure, and that hasn't manifested itself. Still optimistic and bullish about the squad we've got. There's enormous growth in them once we can navigate through this, and being through a tough time, surviving tough times can be such a stronger unit of people because you think there's nothing down the track which will be anywhere near as bad as what we've gone through. We've survived and we've stuck together." What do you think to that inside?
I mean, my problem at the moment is just that the football is consistently shit.
Yeah,
And
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like go into games with no expectations. But I look forward into this week. I was in Chelsea Thursday, Southampton Sunday, and I can fully see us doing something ridiculous in Chelsea and then losing to Southampton. That's just how we are.
You don't know, do you? Yeah.
And it's just for me at the moment, the football has stagnated and is going backwards. And I can't see where the next win's coming from.
No.
I'm in the quarterfinals of this Euro Club. No confidence.
I just said to Johnny, sorry, Simon, I just said to Johnny, I'll have a quick look at mine, but my echoes, I'll have a double check, but it's not my end. Let me have another check.
Yeah, no, you're not echoing in my one, but I can hear my own echo. And then when Johnny and Danny speak, I can hear double of them.
Right, on my device, it's got echo cancellation. So do you want to try that? Because if it is, I've done mine. So if it's still echoing your end, it must be something your end.
Yeah, well, mine's on.
Is that any better, no?
I'm on a phone.
Oh, yeah. Is it still echoing, John?
No, it's
Dan
not.
didn't echo that time. And I didn't echo. I can't hear myself now.
There's no echo. Is it Simon? Because we joined him.
No, because he was already on the stream. But I've got a thing on mine that says basically delete any echoes, and I've just pressed it. So there shouldn't be any echoes. It's not my end. Oh, Harry just said no one's on echo anymore. Hey,
Yeah,
go on, Harry. Sorry, I've lost train where he was then. Was you talking, Simon? I can't remember. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying how frustrated I am with it all, to be honest, the football side. I mean, yeah, he's done a great job with the business and we are clearly spending money, but we're just not spending it well. And it's not translating into football. It's not translating into results. And you look at the players that we've got, and we've got some crackers for the future. But the problem is that today it's not ready.
Yeah.
And I've kind of, you know, this whole Angie and Angel, I'm just like, I can't even tolerate it anymore. It's just like they're looking at the other managers who are doing more with less resource. I mean, you look at
random football is not going to work.
I mean, you look at Bournemouth, Brighton, Fulham, all with younger managers who doing what they're doing with way less resource than us, and they have teams that play for them and have a way of playing. They also seem to be able to change tactics during a game, which I've probably seen Ange do 2 or 3 times this year, and it's just getting a bit frustrating, if I'm honest.
Yeah. See, me and John, we keep changing our mind, don't we, John?
Yeah. I'm on the fence, then I'm Angie, and then I'm Angie. Now
what makes you both go from being an Ange in to an Ange out and then back to an Ange in again? Because I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing there.
To be fair, I've got to admit, Dan, the last few months, I am more and more Ange out. But I was trying to give him time. And there was a time, probably ages ago, where I did see glimpses of it. But I was just about to say, when you just said there, Ange ball won't work in this Premier League. I think you're right, man. I do think that.
Each game, I mean, we've said this.
But it won't work with this group of players.
Everybody was saying, wait until we get all our players back. Wait, Levy's going to wait to see when everybody's back. Everybody's back. Yeah, we've had Kulusevski out for a little bit. Richarlison's shit anyway. Do you know what I mean? He's not.
We did that last year, and they came back.
We can't keep going and saying wait until we get all of our players back, because nothing is going to change. The system and his tactics that he deploys stay exactly the same. We are fucking more open than a fucking bride's fucking nightie on fucking a bloody night of fucking marriage. It's disgusting, mate. I'm Ange out, mate. I think a manager could come in there and change the system, and straight away we would see results.
That's what I say.
Completely straight away. You cannot tell me those players that we have there now. If a different manager came in, or whoever it was, Poch, whichever manager came in, they'd adopt a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 system. He wouldn't have the wing back so fucking far up the wing that they're running into the winger's space. to try and overlap because then that space is gone because they're so high up the pitch. We would have a better system. The players would understand the system because I think sometimes the players just don't understand. They're lost now. They just do not understand what Angie's wanting them to do in this system because they are so far gone now. It's just, we might as well just sack it off and just say, look, we won't play another game this season. We ain't going to get relegated.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to lose players, Danny, as well.
Yeah, of course we will. Nobody wants to.
I think that's why
wants to get hammered every day, every week.
Don't you? I think that's why someone, for example, just picking it out there, that's why Romero wants to go. He doesn't like playing in this system. I know he hasn't been great this year, but he's still a top-class defender, and we're going to end up losing him because he's a victim of the system.
You can't tell me, right, that there's not one player across all of the leagues that has the aspiration to win something. That has got to be their first flipping goal. I want to win something. Do you know what I mean? You can't tell me. Why would Romero want to stay there when he could just jump? I know it's jumping from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the barrel and going to Real Madrid if that's where he goes, or even Atletico.
It sounds like more like an Atletico now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, they're competing. They're in the Champions League. They're competing for La Liga. Do you know what I mean? You can't. Where are Tottenham under Ange? Why would any player want to come to Tottenham at this moment in time? Why would any young player, any quality player, want to come to us at this moment in time? We are the dregs. We are the bottom half of the table, and apart from the bottom three that's there now, we are the next worst team, basically. Even though we're, I don't know. I've stopped looking at the league because it's just depressing. Levy needs to realise that if we carry on going like this with this manager, this system, it doesn't matter who we buy, the end result is still going to be the same. We're not going to achieve anything. We've gone backwards in our football over the last 18 months.
We have, yeah. Talking of Romero, Atletico Madrid have put Tottenham centre-back Romero on their list of options this summer. He's heading towards the last 2 years on his deal, but Atletico Madrid only want to pay between £33 million and £40 million. But Daniel Levy says he's got to be 100 million. So in his mind, he wants 80 million, don't he, Daniel Levy, for Romero?
Thought it was 68 million they wanted for him. I thought that's what Levy rated him as.
Well, he came out. I think he only came out and said the 100 million, John, because he realised when he made that statement, he just pissed everyone else off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know that.
I'm gutted to see Romero go. I know he hasn't been brilliant, and he made a mistake. I saw his mistake he made for Argentina the other day, but he's had such a long time out. He's still a decent defender and in a good system. Like Danny said, under an half-decent manager, our defence would be well good.
He's all right for Argentina.
The way he plays and the speed he plays at is more suited to Spain anyway.
Yeah. But it's just sad to see, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Really sad to see. I've got a couple of little bits in here about... I've heard two contrasting... Oh, where's that gone? I don't know if you've heard anything about this. Despite reports, Tottenham Hotspur have not held talks over Fabio Paratici returning to the club once his ban ends. What do you reckon to that, Simon?
If he is coming back, I'll be bang up for that, to be honest.
Yeah, because
I think our recruitment has been absolute pony since he's been gone.
Since Lang came in. Is it Lang?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mitchell went.
Yeah, and there's another report that says
he's gone to AC Milan, mate.
He's on track to return to Tottenham once his suspension ends. AC Milan have held talks, but convincing Paratici to change course is really difficult. He wants to come back to Tottenham. I can't see that, so I think he'd rather be in Italy. But I thought he was brilliant at recruiting for us, to be fair. Didn't you, John?
Yeah. Do you know what? As soon as he went and we got this bloke in this summer was shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, this Lange. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we didn't spend enough, did we?
No.
And we got fucking a shitload of young players in when we needed experience and players to rotate.
If Paratici comes back, who's he going to try and get? Who's he going to want as manager? It's obvious.
Arguably.
Yeah.
There's one player, Johnny Cardozo, has confirmed the deal with Tottenham has been agreed ahead of the summer transfer window. Spurs last summer negotiated a clause in Giovanni Lo Celso's move to Real Betis, which had allowed them to sign Cardozo for 21 million at the end of the season, which is mental money, really, isn't it? The clause can be triggered during a 2-week period once the transfer window has opened. Cardozo has now spoken about the proposed move for the first time and has admitted the interest from Spurs is validation at his progress at Betis. I can't lie, and it gives me something that gives me confidence, that makes me feel valued, he said. I'll always try and improve and do my best for the benefit of the group. However, right now my focus is on Betis. But I'd like to see him come. But why is he going to want to leave there when they're in the race for the next season's Champions League? Why would he want to come? It doesn't matter if there's an agreement between the two clubs. He's going to want to stay there, surely, if they get the Champions League, don't they?
Never know, we could sneak in the back door.
I'm not. I'm not getting my hopes up again. I've done it so many times, Simon. I'd love that to be true, but he is actually a really good player. I don't know what you think of him, Dan.
I'll be honest, I've not really seen too much of him. I watched a couple of YouTube. Is he a regular for USA? Not sure if he is or not.
He is.
To be honest, I've not seen too much of him.
I only started watching him since we was linked to him. Have you seen him, John? He's a good player.
I've not even looked at any of the gossip or the news. I've just kept well away from Spurs everything, though.
I don't blame you, to be fair. And apparently, we've done about Romero. Grealish is heavily linked to Tottenham now. However, he'll have to take £100,000 wage decrease to join Tottenham.
I'd say 100%.
Yeah, and apparently someone said today that he's proper mates with Maddison, so it's looking like he might come up. I don't want Grealish. I don't know what you got.
It's going backwards.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just don't get that at all. I do not get that at all.
He might suit the boring football, the boring all-shoe passing football, because that's all he ever does, isn't it?
Well, he'll fit right into us, John, because he'll come out, stand on the left, receive the ball, go past the fullback once every 20 times. He'll just pass it back. He wins a few fouls. That's it. To me, he doesn't do anything. He was at his best when he played for Villa in like the number 10 role behind the striker.
Yeah, telling me, yeah.
I do not understand why you'd buy him and pay 200 grand a week, which is what our top earners own. I can't see why we bother with it, to be honest with you. I really can't.
I mean,
we should have bought him when we could have bought him for 6 million.
Yeah. I mean, apart from the Cardoso one, which obviously is more or less done.
Yeah.
We go out to Frankfurt.
Which could happen.
We've had the shittest season for about 20 years, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that then.
So who are we going to be able to attract whilst the manager is still the manager? Because everybody will see how Tottenham are playing. Who are Tottenham trying to attract? Okay, yeah, that young Croatian guy is coming in the summer, I think. Does he come, or has he got another 6 months added on loan? So that he comes into the fold. So the way he's been playing, I mean, he could come in and replace flipping Romero anyway. So, I mean, who are we looking at to try and attract? Because there's no point going into head-to-head with the likes of Newcastle, Villa, Chelsea, Man United for players, because players just won't choose us over them anymore.
I think the only way they'll choose us, Dan, is if you can convince them again. Well, the only way to do it is to get rid of Ange, get a new manager in, and just try and sell.
What saves? My only problem is what saves Ange now is that if we should go and win that Europa League, he has got a ticket there that says, "Hang on a minute, second season, we've won a trophy, we've won a European trophy, we're in the Champions League next year. Forget where we're finished." But that's not what we ultimately want, because if we should do that, then God knows how we fucking if we win that means every other team left in the competition is utter dog shit, because we are bottom of that barrel, mate, for the teams that are left.
I can't see.
Do you not think?
Can't see us winning it, mate. To be honest with you,
I can't see us winning it. I can't see us beating Eintracht.
I can't see it. What do you think, John? We're going to win Europa League?
Yeah.
Go
I'm
on.
a fucking Spurs fan. Go on, mate. Have that fucking Europa League.
You get sucked in.
The only thing, though, with the Europa League is what we're going to have to keep hands, aren't we, for that second season? And I don't want to see this bullshit football again.
No.
But I want to win.
Yeah, you're sort of caught between two. You want them to win, but you want them to win it and then say, look, fair play, you managed to get the cup out of it, but you're not good enough in the Premier League. See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't going to happen, is it? What's this bit here I got? I'm not going to say his first name because I can't pronounce it. But Tottenham Hotspur see Tell as someone who could absolutely be part of their project, but they have yet to decide whether to sign him permanently this summer, as their focus remains on finishing the season strong under Ange Postecoglou. Spurs consider Tell as a player who can absolutely be part of the project in the future. And then they've got to wait to see how it's going to be financially. I don't know. I want to see Tell given time, Simon. You know what I mean?
I mean, one thing's been quite clear is that he's not a striker. So
No, he's not.
You need kind of Richie and Solanke back so that he can go and play on a wide position, and we'll see what he turns out like. But he needs to have a seriously strong end to this season for me to think warrant paying, what was it, 50 million for him?
I'd extend his loan again if possible, wouldn't you?
I don't think he's worth it.
I wouldn't buy him now, but I'd give him another 6 months. It's hard when you come into a team that's struggling, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's only young.
I mean, Odebear's done more since he's
right.
come back from his injury in that same amount of time that he's been around that Tell's been here. He's done a hell of a lot more. And I know he's been in the club that little bit longer, but he's done more. He looks more of a player that wants to get at the fullback, wants to beat them. Do you know what I mean? Get to that back post and he's willing to have a go. He's kind of like bucking the trend at the moment of we pass the ball to the winger and then the winger either waits for a fullback to overlap or we just go back and pass the ball back rounds the centre half.
Yeah.
He's actually bucking that trend at the moment by trying to go forwards.
Do you know what, Danny? I was watching old Spurs when we beat Manchester United 3-1. I was watching it last night. And when Willem Koortsen scored 2 goals. Do you remember him? Willem Koortsen. And do you know what? I was watching and I just shook there shaking my head. Every time that Aaron Lennon got the ball, he just run at players.
Yeah, frightening.
And that's what we miss so bad now.
Yeah,
even in the Spurs. Did you watch the Spurs Legend game? Any of you?
Yeah.
Lennon was running at them more than what our wingers do now.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Find him up.
This is what I was saying earlier, though. This is what I'm saying. Because of our fullbacks are so high, because we're so high up the pitch, there's nowhere for our players to run into. There's no space. Our players are running into space that's already occupied by a player. We're the only team that does it in the whole of the bloody leagues.
Yeah. It's so frustrating when we can all see it.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't put it on there, have I?
What's the score updates anyway?
The score updates regarding
EFL tonight, isn't it?
I don't even know.
Premier League?
Yeah, Forest to beat all 3 home teams are winning 1-0. Arsenal 1-0 Fulham, Wolves 1-0 West Ham.
Is that
Forest
in the Premier League?
United.
Oh, was it? Before we get on to Chelsea, Spurs have announced today pre-season friendly against the Scum in Hong Kong. As part of our pre-season tour, the fixture will take place on Thursday, the 31st of July, at 50,000-seater K-Tac Stadium, which opened in March 2025 as the city's newest iconic sports and entertainment venue. It's the first time in history that the North London derby will be played outside the United Kingdom. Up the Spurs. Yeah, that's all about peas, and that's another reason why the players are knackered, in my opinion.
Yeah, again, another fucking excuse for another injury.
Yeah, isn't it?
Right. I'm going to read this out because it will make, as we've had a bit of a depressing thing tonight. On Thursday night, we go to Stamford Bridge to play Chelsea. and I was just reading through these today when I was trying to preview this tonight. Chelsea have lost one of the last 12 Premier League games against Tottenham, won 9, drawn 2, lost 1. Spurs have lost the last 3 Premier League games against Chelsea. Chelsea have won more Premier League games, 36, and scored more goals, 120, against Tottenham than they have against any other opponent. Only 2 other teams have lost more Premier League away games than Spurs this season, who've lost 8. No side has earned fewer points in the Premier League London derbies this season than Spurs. They're level with 10 v Brentford. So that means we're going to win on Thursday, doesn't it?
That'll be the totally Spurs way to go through that set of stats.
How embarrassing is them things what you read out there?
They are embarrassing, aren't they?
It's happening against a few teams. We've got terrible records against quite a few teams like that now.
It's Tottenham, isn't it?
It's sad. Do you think we're going to get anything then from this game?
No.
Simon?
No, we're not. He really don't play for draws, does he? No. The geezer, Ange, right?
Yeah.
And he plays this weird football that I can't get my head around for the last season. I want them to win 3-0, but then I know I'm just talking bollocks.
Do you think, Danny, that he will put out a strong side, i.e. Romero, Van der Ven and the like?
I think he'll go fairly strong.
I don't, Dan.
I think he'll go fairly strong, regardless of who we've got Sunday. I think he's got to go. There's no point. We might as well just play the under-21s if he's not going to go strong and try and beat Chelsea. We just need to win a game to get some confidence.
And momentum.
Don't give a fuck
we
about
can't go into each game on the back of a loss because it just creates that theme of losing. And once the players get demoralised and they're in that same theme of losing,
momentum,
it's hard to get out of it. And we don't need that going into the Europa League. They need to go strong. He's
going to save Van der Ven, though, Dan, isn't he? He's going to save Van der Ven. He's going to save Romero. He's going to have half-time subs that we ain't going to fucking agree with.
He's going to do what he wants to do. So, whatever we want.
Jane, you'll go strong side? Simon throws.
I mean, I think that he has to go with the strongest he's got.
I think so.
I don't know why he wouldn't. It would be stupid not to.
Well, we've only got Southampton.
In my mind, what you do is you go as hard as you can with Chelsea, and then you kind of, Southampton's bad. So you'd think that would be your opportunity to perhaps rest a bit and rotate.
You know we're going to lose to Southampton, don't you?
100%. When I saw the fixtures this week, I thought, watch this stupid shit. We'll beat Chelsea and then lose to Southampton.
Yeah. Just butting in there for the Chelsea game. The latest on Kulu, it's worse than Ange Postecoglou first 4. He's still in a boot and only doing light gym work, and he's not expected to feature any Frankfurt game. And I know it sounds bad to slate your own players, and I know people love him and they get on my case. I'm actually quite happy that he's having a bit of time out.
Guy needs a rest.
I think so, yeah. I think he's been absolutely knackered, to be fair.
He's been running to the ground. While the rest of the squad's been injured, he's just literally been playing game after game, and you've watched him getting slower and slower, and you can just see just burn out.
Yeah. Because I think
it's almost inevitable.
Yeah, that's good. I think that we'll go, getting back to the Chelsea game, I think that they'll put a strong team out. They'll really go for it. They might even get a draw out of it. And then I fully expect him to rest players against Southampton and probably draw or lose that game. That's what I think.
They've got nothing to fucking lose at the end of the day.
Look, I think if you go in and play a weak team against Chelsea, I don't think the fans will be happy with that because it's still a big game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't take anyone like, especially they're a funny old team, Chelsea. You know, it doesn't matter if they're bottom of the league and we're top of the league. We always seem to fuck it up against them, don't we? Pardon me, French.
Mate, there's not
Southampton are finished. They're on 9 points or something. They're done. So if we manage to lose to them, that I almost say just jack him now.
Yeah.
Ditch the dude now.
Well, he's going at the end of the season, so we're not going to win the Europa League. He's going. I'm like Johnny. I want him to win that. I really do. Of course I do. But I think he's going to go. I think he'll go.
I think I was probably the last of us to turn. But I'm so over it now.
All right,
I was always give him to the end of the season, get his players in, see how the next season. No.
Before we go, then, who is? Let's fast forward. We haven't won the thing, and he's gone. Who is your manager that you'd want to get in?
Probably Areola.
Yeah. Dan? Same?
I'm a bit undecided on that, to be honest. I think
he ain't done anything for a longer period of time enough.
No, I don't. And Silva's been around in the Premier League a lot longer.
It's out of them two.
Huh?
It's out of them two, apparently.
It is, but I'd like just to go fucking young and just go fuck it, get Kieran McKenna in there.
The Ipswich manager.
Yeah, he's ex-fucking Tottenham. He's fucking been around the younger squads and all that lot. He kind of knows the club. What have we got to lose?
The funniest one I've seen this week was Xavi.
Xavi!
Fucking Xavi!
What's
apparently, I was reading this thing and it said Paratici's going to come back and he's going to set us up a meeting with Xavi and it's all going to be.
Nah.
What about you, John? I'm waiting for you to say something silly now. The manager.
Is Keith Birkinshaw still up for the job?
Mate, if he was a job, would he?
Yeah.
I want that geezer, but Danny knows all that. I don't know how you pronounce. That's him. I want him in. Yeah.
My only thing about that Tezix as a manager is he has a season and a bit at Dortmund, didn't he? 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Got to the Champions League final, and then that season after, they dropped off quite a bit. So I don't know.
I will say on record that it doesn't really matter who the manager is.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It don't.
You keep seeing snippets about the club's fucking going to be sold, and this is the Qatar group going to come in and do this, that, and the other. Are they really interested in? The big thing for me is that it's the Yid Army thing for me.
Yeah, no, I've been hearing these Qatari rumours. They don't mess around. If they want to do it, they just come in, get it done. They don't sit on rumours for a year or whatever. If they wanted it, they'd have done it.
Have they come across someone like Daniel Levy before? Do you know what I mean? He ain't going to just go, yeah. He's going to try and get every bit out of them. Do you know what I mean? I think there is something in the rumours somewhere. But you can't have all these managers, the Mourinhos, the Contes, It's a common denominator.
Because Conte has gone somewhere and he's not spent as much money as what's been spent at Spurs. Yeah. And he's fucking winning games. Yeah. And it's not boring football either. So
he was right. He
was right.
It's not a great time to be putting us.
You look back at that rant he had, and was any of it untrue?
No. Well, a lot of people moaned at him for that time, but I was one of maybe a few that thought, well, fair play to you, mate.
He's the first manager to do it, and it needed to be done.
He did.
Yeah.
And he only done it because he knew he wasn't going to stay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Liz?
That's did you watch the Ange interview? Was it today on that Optus Sport thing?
I watched an Ange interview within the last week. Was it with a woman?
No, this was a geezer.
I watched it being interviewed by a woman.
It was at the start of it, I thought we was actually going to say it, but we didn't do enough in the transfer market in the summer. Oh,
sorry, you mean Ange?
Yeah, Ange.
Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah, he nearly let it slip then. I watched that yesterday.
Yeah, he nearly let it slip. I thought to myself, go on, boy, go and say it.
You did though. I think he was saying that they got rid of about 10 players. I know he brought in 4. Something like that he was saying, wasn't he, John?
Yeah.
Started the season wrong, but he didn't. He stopped then, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that'll have to be in some of the. If he's given, he'll have to say that when he goes in. Because I said before, he'd make a really good car salesman. He could talk Levy into staying. He actually
I
could.
think he might actually. If he wins, I wouldn't put it past him just to walk out after he wins.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's getting to the point now where no one's going to want to join us, isn't it? Manager-wise.
Yeah, player, manager.
It's just, anything else you want to add, Si?
No, I mean, at this point, this has been this last 2 weeks have been the least stressful 2 weeks of my season so far.
Well, we've gone unbeaten in the last 2 weeks, Javi.
Exactly. And now I'm back to, oh God, here it comes. Match day is coming around the corner again. And I actually dread match day now.
I'm not dreading the Chelsea game because it's 2 weeks have gone. I want to see my team play. But yeah, if it was like normal, I get a bit fed up with it.
But we always do what we did. That game against Fulham. And that's the thing. You go into an international break off of a performance like that against Fulham, and all you've got in your memory is the team's a sack of shit. They don't care. They're not trying.
Yeah.
Because you look at the squad and there's enough players in there to be easily top half, and it should be in the European positions. And the performances that they're putting in are mediocre at best, poor generally. And it's just like, where's the pride? Even if you don't care what the manager thinks, where's your self-respect?
Yeah. Do you remember though, Simon? I've been saying, how long ago have I been saying that? Even when we was doing this on the Facebook, I said the same question. In your opinions, would an average, half decent, proven Premier League manager get a better thing out of this squad? And the answer is always yes, isn't it? I've said that for months and months is back.
Hands down, yes.
Going back to that, the Legends game.
Yeah,
I'd probably have 3 or 4 of them players playing today. I'd probably have Eunice Kabul in front of kind of whatever we've got in a backup of defence. I'd probably have
definitely Lennon.
Defoe or Keane would do a better job than what we've got up front. And Aaron Lennon, he looked better than anything we've got in.
I know. Defoe looked sharp as well.
I was just like, we were spoiled when I see the touch of Berbatov.
I saw that. Yeah.
There was just a bunch of players that all looked like they had all day on the ball. There was Berbatov and Keenan Defoe. I mean, watching Pirlo is unreal as well. But the class of some of the players that we used to have, and then I look at the squad now and I think we've got nothing world class.
No, definitely.
Defoe, he's sharper than the strikers we got now, and he's still.
The good thing about international breaks now is that our team is so shit that they're not playing international games, so they get two weeks rest for the majority of them now because they're not international.
For 22 years we've been fucking crap, and we've been blessed with fucking some cracking individual players.
Yeah,
but the chairman's decided that we want to get fucking funds and be structurally sound and like is more of a priority in getting into the stadium, enabling us to have the American football and concerts and everything, and the F1 fucking blah blah blah, all of that bullshit that goes with it. But yeah,
the boxing there this month, isn't it?
Huh?
We've got the boxing there on the 26th.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean everything else is there. Everything else is worth going to watch, apart from the football.
But it's proper sad what Simon just said then. Because, we was spoiled. But I totally agree with him. When I was watching Defoe outside the box, he'd get the ball outside of the box, shift it, bang. We ain't got no one to do that. Lennon was getting the ball and running. And I was thinking, bloody hell. Maybe we was spoiled then with the players. Berbatov, Keane, Defoe, Lennon. Mental.
We always had a sprinkling of that quality, but it's just not there anymore. I mean, Sonny was that like 2 years ago. But he had Kane and Son, and they carried the team.
Yeah, I think you got away with it with Kane, didn't we? Kane did carry us, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Once you got Son's gone off to Boyle and Kane's gone, and it's just like, oh God, what have we got now? And you look at it, and my favourite player this season is fucking Archie Gray, a kid who's been forced to play in the wrong position every week.
Yeah. My favourite's Bergvall at the moment. Yeah. I think he's a proper Spurs player, but I'm really concerned that we will lose these players. Levy won't care because he'll make a massive profit on them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. See, I don't like Archie Gray that much.
I suppose you don't like him, John, because he's
That's
playing in the centre back position.
It's like if you see Archie Gray last season, you think, why the fuck are we not playing him in midfield?
Yeah.
He's like literally the best player in the Championship at 17, turning 18 by a mile. And we haven't played him in that position yet.
And then when he is put in, yeah, and he got slated for it.
And he got slated for it. Bloody hell. He's got to be given a run in midfield now. He's been playing the centre half.
Yep, he's been played out. He played left back, right back, centre back. He's been playing.
I watched that game, sorry. I watched that game. Was it last year or the year before? Where I watched Archie Gray boss Chelsea's midfield when he was playing for was it Leeds?
Yeah. Leeds, yeah.
And I just watch a teenager, and he seems to be the only one who's man enough to step up in most games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, granted, fair play. He's him and Bergvall. Proper step up, don't they?
I love Bergvall. I think
he play with a bit of passion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the rumours are that Basuma might be going. Bentancur might be going.
Oh well, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
Werner wants to stay just for Simon.
When we got Basuma, I was so excited. The player that he was at Brighton, I was just like, yes, that's what we need. And then it's like, what the hell is it we got?
Yeah, the curse. And I do feel sorry for Bentancur because I don't know what you lot think, but when we first signed Bentancur, I thought he was quality.
Yeah, he was my favourite player that season. He was blinded until he'd done his ACL.
His injuries haven't helped him.
He'd done his ACL, came back, got injured in the first game back against West Ham, and then gone again.
He's been the same since, has he?
No, it's a shame, isn't it, when you see that? I mean, he's done well to come back from the injury because some people don't, do they? But yeah, so we'll probably get hopefully that Cardoso in. If they don't qualify for Champions League, Basuma go. There was someone else that we was linked with. I can't remember now. Another midfield player. There's so many rumours going about. Anything you want to add, Dan?
Nah, still dog shit. 2 weeks later, and we haven't even fucking played. Still dog shit.
Yeah, but we haven't lost in the last 2 weeks, Dan.
Mate.
Look forward to Thursday. Let's get the faith. We can do it. I just don't, like you said, they need to win against Chelsea away, which is a tough ground, or get a result.
They need to get a couple of games. They need to beat Chelsea, beat Southampton, get a bit of momentum going into the league.
I mean, the next Premier League game after that. So you've got Europa, then you've got Wolves, then you've got Europa again. So it's not like we've got a difficult run of games.
No,
you could put a show on against Chelsea, and then just try and build.
Yeah,
and you've got teams that you can build against.
Here's their fixtures.
We from experience in this season, we know that that's not what's going to happen.
I've got their fixtures in front of me. We've got Chelsea away, Southampton home. Then we got Frankfurt at home, Wolves away. Wolves away, Frankfurt away. Home
then Forest and Liverpool.
Away to Liverpool.
And we'll get stick by Forest and Liverpool, but yeah.
I still stand
Forest at home as well.
I think that we will finish fourth from bottom. That's my tip. I do think that. And that is not good enough, even if you win Europa League, in my opinion. Because you can win a cup competition, even if you're a poor side, can't you? Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we'll finish below Wolves. So
we weren't the best.
I'm going for 15th.
But I think you can blag it to a cup final. You can blag it no matter what competition it is, because we blagged it, let's be honest, to the Champions League final. So we could blag it to the Europa League. But in the Premier League is where you get found out over a course of a season. And that's
we get found out over the course of a bloody game every time.
Yeah.
We're all going to be nervous.
It's half an hour with us in front of them, and they work it out. We start games blinding, don't create anything, and then they work us out, and then they just stifle us for the rest of the game. It's the same old routine, time and time again.
Yeah. Are any of you concerned that we might lose quite a few of our decent players in the summer? Or do you think they're going to wait and see what happens to Ange?
I think they'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah. It is worrying, though, because we have got some good players, haven't we?
Yeah, but the contracts at the moment, though, I mean, unless people are going to come in and pay massive amounts of money, I can't see many people going, to be honest.
Anything you want to add then, Big John?
9 games, 9 wins. That's all we've got left, isn't it? Let's get a bit of positivity going. You know what I mean? We could do it, couldn't we?
Before we go, how's your dog today, Chavy?
He's been all right. He's been on the water tablets. He seems to have perked himself up, but he's still breathing heavy and he's got an heart murmur, Lou.
Oh, is he?
I ain't counting me chickens, the poor fucker. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got a dog, Chav, yeah. It's hard. Well, lads, thanks for coming on. I'll, depending on the result, I'll be back for the Chelsea game.
Are you not doing predictions?
We won't be back. We won't be back. We'll be fuming.
What was you going to say, Dan?
Are you not doing predictions for Thursday night?
Yeah, why not? Go on then, John. We'll start with you because you just said 9 wins.
3-0.
You've been on the black bush.
3-0 Solanke hat trick. Yeah.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Big John's back. Oh,
Someone else passed me the glue bucket from over there. Sorry, I'm just talking to me fucking. Just going to get a bottle of gas as well.
Oh,
I'm going 3-2 Tottenham.
Are you, Dan?
Because Chelsea aren't all that at the moment.
Fucking Dan.
I can't believe that. I was expecting him to say 6-0. 2 weeks have mashed his brain up. God, are you going to make
that for next week?
So this is the thing, right? I saw the result. I saw the fixtures. I'm like, right, we've got Chelsea on Thursday, Southampton on Sunday, and my first thought was, right, we'll probably beat Chelsea and lose to Southampton. But sitting here now, telling me I can't put a score together where I think Spurs will win. So I'm going to just say 3-1 Chelsea and just be done with it.
Sorry, I was just still getting over Danny saying we're going to win. Chelsea,
I'm trying
your brain, isn't he now, Lou? He's fucked your brain.
I'm just trying to fucking be a little bit joyful and a little bit, come on, let's fucking do it, Spurs.
I'll tell you what, then, you've got to be optimistic. Now, I'm going to go for 2-2, man. We're going to get a draw.
That's fucking optimistic, 2-2.
Yeah.
Fuck me, Lou.
Hang on a minute. I think we should have a bit of...
Dan went for 3-2.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, but if you see those stats that Lou read out earlier, you kind of think, we ain't going to win that, are we?
There is a grey area, though, isn't there, Simon? Here, we should have I'll tell you what. I'm going to allow a second prediction here. My 2-2 is if he puts his strongest team out. If he rests Van der Ven and Romero and all that, I'll say 4-1 Chelsea. Because we ain't got a clue what team he's going to pick, to be fair with you.
I think he's going to save Van der Ven. He's going to put Van der Ven on for 45 minutes, take him off, and he's going to put Romero on for about half hour, and that's it.
Oh, well, that's my prediction. I've got 2.
Well, we either score or we don't, so...
But, you know, like you said, they're not that good, Chelsea. We're up and down. But it don't matter, does it? It's what they're just our jinx. You know, we could be top of the league, right? Going for the title, 10 points clear. They're bottom of the league, 10 points adrift, and they will still turn us over. It's mental, isn't it? I don't know. It can't be a mental block, can it? Because the players ain't been there all their lives. I don't understand it. I really don't. Unless they just listen to it and it does get in there. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I'll go out there going mental. I would just say I am not losing to these.
To be honest, it might be something to do with our fans because they've gone a bit quiet, haven't they, the last fucking couple of games.
Oh, yeah, John, while I'm here, was going any more on the YouTube wars? The side not involved in this, but it's getting a bit hot heated over the last couple of weeks, isn't it, John?
Yeah, they're all a bit, they're all two-faced bastards, aren't they, Lou?
Yeah, there's been
all got egos to feed, don't they? You know what I mean?
I've been all right so far, my fellow Shalomers. Leave me alone, man.
Right, boys, I'm going to check out.
All right, then. I might see you Thursday, Dan. Simon, stay strong, and I'll see you soon.
All right, take it easy, boys. See you later.
Take it easy, Dan.